Hey, what's up, college football fans? Tiger Paul Craven coming back at you with another video. What can I say, man? This is my reaction to the loss to Pitt last night. What can I say, guys? It was more of what I expected. It was terrible play on offense. It was overthrown passes. It was drop passes. It was play calling that did not make sense. We were having success running the football, and yet what did we do? We got away from running the football. Per Tony Elliott's, just track record at this point. It's just, that's what he does. Somehow in the box, sitting up there, calling a game, he forgets to run the ball. We're running the ball at like 5 yards a clip, and this guy just forgets to run the ball. The first quarter of that game looked pretty promising, to be completely honest. We had some mistakes that stifled some drives, but at the same time, we looked promising on offense, to be completely honest. And the defense looked good as well. And then the defense, after about a quarter and a half, just fell apart. And then the offense just literally just stopped executing the game plan that was working and went straight to pass, 3 and out. And, that's where we were. They did bench DJ for like 2 drives. One of the drives, Tyson took him down. We kicked a field goal. The other drive was like a 3 and out. But I think if I remember back correctly, it was like 3 straight pass plays. Some of this stuff doesn't make sense. There was a 3rd and 10 play where we ran a quarterback. We ran the quarterback to the short side of the field. You're never converting that, like, in any stretch of the imagination. Even if the defense lapses and he makes a guy miss, you're not converting that. Why would you run a quarterback to the short side of the field on 3rd and 10? That doesn't make any sense at all. That just, come on. Seriously, Tony Elliott. Yeah, so it's just, all in all, as a Clemson fan, this is one of the most frustrating things I've ever watched in my entire life. It just really is. What are we going to do about it? Honestly, at this point, I don't really think the offense is fixable. We just lost, another offensive lineman towards ACL. Bockhorst, just towards ACL. He's out for the season. He was one of the guys, that were key to, getting us lined up, calling out protection, so on and so forth. So where does that affect us? I don't know, guys. This is just one of those seasons. Everything's going wrong. We can't get right. I don't think we will get right. And if we do get right, I think it's going to be against a bad defense. And I think it'll be more about that bad defense than it will be about our offense figuring it out. That's just what I think. But, maybe we figure it out. But Clemson fans and people that have been trying to say, oh, Clemson will figure it out over and over again. Like, I was done with that narrative before this game, but I'm really done with it now. I didn't believe it going. I bought in a little bit going into the Syracuse game because we were coming off a bye week. I thought maybe we could figure out some stuff that this offense could be good at, but that was not the case. I didn't expect big offensive production going into this game. I expected a better defensive effort throughout the game. That was not the case. We played a good, like I said, quarter and a half to 2 quarters, and then our defense kind of, started giving up some big plays. But that's just where we're at as Clemson. One thing that I'm tired of hearing about or that I'm tired of hearing from one Dabo Swinney is, that he believes in his staff and he knows the kind of staff that he has, and they work hard and the players work hard, and we're going to put it together, and this is just a storm that we're going through, and we'll grow from this, and yada, yada, yada. You know what? That's fine, Dabo. I mean, that's great. And I realize that it's your job to stay positive. It's your job to keep encouraging the team. It's your job to keep motivating the staff. I get that. But don't expect us fans to believe that load of garbage that you're trying to sell. The fact that you stood up there and looked in the camera and said, there do not need to be changes on this staff, and that you believe in this staff and that they'll get it together. Like, we're on week 8, Dabo. We're 7 weeks into the season when it comes to games played. You haven't figured it out. It's not going to be figured out. Changes need to be made. And I know you're never going to say that to the media, but I just want to come out as a Clemson fan and say the Clemson fans are not the enemies. The people out here saying that this is unacceptable, we're not the enemies. We're not the people trying to break down the program. We don't want the program to break down. That's why we're saying what we're saying. Changes need to be made. And I know Dabo has a lot of friends on this staff, and I know he's got a lot of former players, but being a former player and playing a position does not make you a good coach in that position. And I don't know what's going on with Tony Elliott. I don't know if he needs to, kind of, rejuvenate himself. Maybe this will be a wake-up call for him to kind of evolve as a play caller and evolve as an offensive coach. But you got to start looking. You got to start looking at the position coaches as well. The offensive line coach, Robbie Caldwell. Why is he not being looked at? This offensive line is piss poor. They are abysmal on the offensive line. It's not good. Tyler Grisham, the receivers coach. Why is he not being looked at? They're dropping balls left and right. And these were players, i.e. Justin Ross, that were literally winning a national championship for us in 2018. Making circus catches, making amazing catches. And here they are dropping balls left and right. At a certain point, it's on the players, but guess what? It's also on the coaches. Obviously, you are not doing your job. So those questions have to be answered. Coaches have to be held accountable just as much as players have to be held accountable. The one good thing that I like that Swinney said was all positions are open for competition. Or maybe that was Tony Elliott that said it. I don't know. I don't remember. I watched all the interviews back to back, so they kind of bleed together. But all positions should be up for competition at this point. We're not good. We are not a good football team. And changes have to be made. Some of those, I think, need to be made on the staff. And then some of those need to be made with the players. But I think it's both. And if Dabo's going to sit here and tell us that no changes being made in the staff, no, sir, that's not true. That is inherently false. No, absolutely no one who has watched this Clemson team believes that no changes need to be made on the staff. I believe in Dabo. I think that he loves Clemson. This is his baby. He built it from the ground up. I don't think he will burn it down to the ground. I truly believe he will make the necessary changes in the offseason. But if he doesn't, his legacy and what he's built here at Clemson is on the line. he's going to have some really tough decisions come this offseason. And it's not going to be easy, because I truly believe that Dabo Swinney loves his staff. I truly believe that these guys are like family to him, and that he believes that they are doing their best. But sometimes your best is not good enough, and sometimes you need to move on from certain coaches. And I think that needs to be evaluated in this offseason. That's my thoughts on Clemson so far. That's my thoughts on the loss. And I'll see you guys in the next video, man. Tiger Paul out.